Welcome to the Poochie Baby Podcast. This is Michelle, your host, and I am the owner and operator of PoochieBaby.com. In today's episode, I would like to talk a little bit about how I store and organize all of my craft ideas and inspirations, my patterns, and anything I may find online or in person on my computer, where I can also access it on my phone, my tablet, wherever I may be. The way that I do this is by using Evernote. I signed up with Evernote many years ago, back when they very first started the service. I had a free account when I very first started, but I quickly switched over to a premium account. Now, most people do not need to have a premium account. If you do decide to go premium, you can pay once a year and you have access for the entire year. And it's pretty affordable. I think I pay about $45 for the entire year to have a premium account. The reason that I signed up for premium is because I like to store some files that are very large, and there are file size limits on that. So in order for me to put those files into my Evernote account, I have to have the premium, which is no big deal for me. It's worth it. There are some crafting magazines that are very large files, very large PDF files that I like to have on there. And I pretty much use Evernote for everything. But it is a great resource for me to keep track of all of my personal crochet patterns, plus any free patterns that I may find online. I like to clip those and put them into my Evernote account. Any kind of crafting ideas I also put in there, and it's all organized in folders, or you can organize it with keywords or tags where you can search your entire database and find what you're looking for. So this is very important. I have mine organized out into different sections. As far as the crochet items, I have even sectioned out. I have crochet hats, crochet scarves, crochet miscellaneous items, crochet kitchen decor. I just have it listed out, sectioned out for each category, and I store those things in there. What I find to be the easiest, especially when I'm, looking around online and I find something that I really like, I use my web clipper, which is something that you can add onto your browser or even on your phone. If you're looking around on your phone, it will clip items for you and put them into Evernote. I send all of that to a general inbox, and I sort through it later to figure out exactly where I want it to go. That way I know that it's going to be there and I can worry about it later exactly where it needs to be in the database. Now, you can also send email to Evernote, which I do that. Important emails that come through that I want to save, I just forward those to my email account at Evernote, and it puts them in my database, and I can delete them out of my email. That is something that I've gone through over this past month, and I have gone through thousands and thousands of emails cleaning out my email accounts because I had so much junk in all of those folders, and anything that was important that I wanted to save, I sent over to Evernote, and I just deleted it out of my email. So that is another great use for Evernote. But as far as the crafting, you can store all types of files in there. If you have a PDF file, like a pattern that you have downloaded that you purchased, you can put that into Evernote. And if you're on the computer, you can actually view that entire PDF file on your computer inside the Evernote program. So it is really great for that. You can have access to that on your tablet if you're out of the house or you're in the living room, you're not around your computer. You can have access to it on your phone, and you can just open up that PDF file directly from Evernote. So you always know where your stuff is, and you have it organized the way that you want to have it organized. I know so many people contact me that they downloaded a pattern, but they don't remember what they did with it on their computer. So I really recommend using Evernote to keep track of all of your craft patterns and that type of thing. Another fantastic use for Evernote is for recipes. And I know this doesn't really have to do with craft ideas or organizing, but I store lots and lots of recipes in Evernote. So when I'm looking to make something, all I have to do is take my phone into the kitchen with me, open up that recipe in Evernote, and it is right there. I don't have to worry about looking it up on the computer. I have it all there where I need it. So that has been great. It's a great way to clip recipes and organize recipes to have access in the kitchen. I also use Evernote to keep track of all of the kids' arts and crafts. They bring home so many things from school, pictures that they've drawn, cards that they've made. And let's face it, I do not save it all. There is so much. But what I do is I get my phone, I snap a picture of it, and I store that in Evernote. Each child has their own folder where I keep track of all of their stuff. Any important papers from school, I snap a picture, put it in Evernote. Any little card they bring home, I snap a picture, put it in Evernote. I keep it on the fridge for a little while, and then once I cycle it out, it can go in the garbage can, and I can be guilt-free because I have a record of everything that they've brought to me. And they can see that in the future. They can look through their log and see everything that they brought home from school, and I have it all right there. So that has been like one of the best things that I've found for using Evernote, because I don't have to feel guilty about that. I know we don't like to throw out the things that they make for us, but we realistically cannot keep everything. So there you go. You can keep it in Evernote. I also keep track of all of the doctor's appointments they have with any notes or medications that they're prescribed. All of that goes into Evernote, so I can have a record of all of that there also. So pretty much anything that you can think of that would benefit from being put into a database type of system or a folder tree type of system to keep track of your information would do wonderful in Evernote. You can add in the different types of files. You can embed them into Evernote. It may not be able to play every type of file, but it can store it there for you. So you can even put a video into Evernote, and you can't go into the program and actually watch it, but you can click on the link that it has and it will open it up for you and you can watch it. So that is great. Think about this. If you're working on a project, you can have one note in Evernote where you have all of your notes on what to do, your steps, instructions. You can link to a video that will help you get through certain steps, or a video maybe that you made. You can have a link to a website that gives you more information. You can have a link to a file on your computer. And all of that can be in one note in one spot where you can access everything that you need. So I love Evernote. I have been an Evernote ambassador since the very beginning. I can never sing its praises enough. Back when I was working out in the field, I actually used Evernote every day for work because my job consisted of filling out checklists. And so I had scanned a blank checklist into my computer, and I used that as my template. So every house that I went to, I used Evernote, and I actually filled out my forms using the program while I was out in the field working. And so I had all of that saved in my database right there when I needed it, and I could access it out in the field. So there are so many different ways to use it, and I highly recommend going over to Evernote and reading the blogs there, because they do a great job of interviewing people on how they use Evernote, and they give different tips and ideas and tricks for using the app, and it's wonderful. Somebody can be using it for something totally different than other people are using it. You can use it for your garden database. You can use it for whatever it is that you can think of. If you're a teacher, you can have your classes scheduled out, their schoolwork all listed in Evernote, and give access to those folders to the kids' parents where they can access it at home. So there are so many options for Evernote. Really try it out. I'm going to put a link to Evernote in the blog post that goes along with this, or search my blog for Evernote and something will pop up I'm sure I've spoken about it more than once on the blog. Or there's a link at the bottom, because it's a resource that I use all the time, because I can be searching online and, posting on social media, and I see something that catches my attention. I may not have time to sit down and read it right at that time, but I want to read it later. So I will clip that into Evernote so that I can go back later and read that. So it is a resource that I use almost every single day, and it is so worth downloading it. You don't even have to actually put the software on your computer, and it does come for PC or Mac. You can actually use the web app where you just log into Evernote online, and you can access that from anywhere. You can be at someone else's house and get on their computer and get into your Evernote account if you don't have your phone. I have it on my laptop. I have it on my desktop. I can access my web application. I have it on my phone. I have it on my iPad. I have it on my iPod. I have it on my Samsung tablet. I have it everywhere because I use it everywhere, and it gives me a great deal of peace of mind knowing that I can access that information anywhere that I am at any time. So check it out. Go to evernote.com and download it, or download it, search for the app in the App Store or on Google Play, and you won't regret it. Just figure out a way to use it and make it useful for you. So if you're looking for more Poochie Baby information online, you can always find me on Twitter, and that is at Michelle_Gaylor. You can also find me on Instagram at Michelle Gaylor. You can find me on Facebook and just put in at My Poochie Baby. I'm also on Pinterest at My Poochie Baby. You can also find me on YouTube. I have 2 channels. The first is Michelle Gaylor's Raising Mimi, and that is my organizing and planning channel. You can also find me at Michelle Gaylor's Poochie Baby, and that is my crafting and crochet channel. So I am signing off for today. Please go check out Evernote. You won't regret it. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you next time.